um, this is the first of the duty of AG in academic year 2023-2024. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm late, um, but I tried to do my best because my voice is already come out right now. Alhamdulillah. After for a few weeks, I don't have a voice, but right now I can get my voice again. So this the first of the topic. What are your teaching target of this year? In academic year 2023-2024, Alhamdulillah, the school, the management of MI Muslimat and Ukujang Sidoarjo, they already give me duty to teach of English subject and also AT. My target for teaching of English in the 4th grade, especially in for ICP 1, for ICP 2, and for ICP 4, I think is a really give me challenging. Why? Because they are from the 3rd grade to up the level to the 4th grade is a different things. Maybe usually when the writing is just a little few of the sentences, but right now it's make me challenge for me to make them understand and to make them to write better than before, and then to make them understand about many kind of the structure in English, and then how the way to make them to speak up, and then how the way to make them understand about the subject of English well. That's my teaching target, and also how the way to make when they get the listening practice they better. Why? Because in English subject, of course, there are 4 kind of the skill. The first, listening, reading, speaking, and also writing. How the way the 4 skill the student can get well, and they will understand all the thing or the material subject that I give it to them. Even though it's a natural, if maybe for few of the student it is not understand, and then maybe few of the student needs more time to make them understand about the material subject, especially about listening and also writing. But I think for the reading, because they already practice from the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, it's really easy for them. But for the listening, usually it is really for them to make understand about the listening, the content of the listening. So, and then how the way to speak. So I think that's my challenge and also the target. And then for the next question, what are your plans to reach the target? Actually, we have a plan how the way to teach them. First, we give practice, we give understanding how the way to practice the listening, the good listening. I give the suggestion for the student to make them how the way to their ear is easy to listen for their for not foreigner to speaking in the audio. So they should be able to practice the listening, maybe the listen, the music, Western music, and then for another like that. And then try to them to watching the movie, Western movie like that. And then second, how the way to make them understand about the content of reading. Of course, they should practice for reading, practice, and then they should understand what is the character, and then what's the theme, and then what title, how many paragraph, what about the main idea, and then the subject, that's the lesson that we can get from the reading content. It is from narrative text like that. So they should understand about many kind of the text. For example, descriptive text, procedure text, and also narrative text and report text. They should have a differences between of them. And then what about for the speaking? Of course, they should be able to be speak around madrasa. Try to practice. It is better to make their speaking better and better like that. What about writing? Yes, as I know, their writing is really, you know, they should practice to make their writing better than before. Why? Because I still found many students that their writing is really big, using big alphabet, and then uh, maybe we should praise them to write write better and then better than before, because they should know right now in the fourth grade, so they should write that the person who see the writing, the important thing, they can read, but sometimes they write by themselves. I think that's my plan. And then how do I to make them? I used to make 8 hours. It is 4 hours. It is for English. I try to do my best to reach them and then to get better than last year like that. So that's because as a teacher, I will happy if I teach something and then my student understand about that. I think that's all about this topic. Thank you so much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi